What's up, Gundam Modelers? This is Strider Prime bringing you a new edition of Gundam Models, and today I am going to open and review the Gundam Universe's RX-78-2 Gundam GU-01. This is from Bandai, that was released this week from the Tamashii Nation line, and this is actually their first ever entry in a worldwide distribution of these type of new figures that we've been hearing about for quite some time. Now, we have not seen a toy, I'm sorry to say this, a toy figure line like this here in the States in a very, very, very long time. The last time we all remember something like a figure toy type thing was back in the late 90s, early 2000s, when Gundam Wing first appeared in the United States. And we all remember those figures that you can actually get at the store. They were also selling, models at the time, but they were to get to like a broader, to the kids who don't know how to build. They released those little smaller figures. First they did Wing, then they did, I believe, a little bit of Victory, then the Universal Century line. Then they think they did for 0080, 0083. Char's Counterattack, and they did it in various scales. I remember the smaller scales that you can pick, that I wish at the time when they first came out, I wish I picked up one or two. Never did. And then they made larger deluxe scales, whether it's the ships, whether it's a mobile armor, especially G-Fighter. When G-Fighter came out, there was a lot of G-Fighter, mobile suits. And then the larger scales where you had, there was like a big scale of the RX-72. I think it was the 1/100 scale, both the RX and the Char's Zaku 2. But that was like the last time Bandai has ever was selling figurized toys here in the States. Toys R Us was, of course, a place to go to pick it up, and I remember those days. But now Tamashii Nation has decided to release a new line of Gundam kits to the masses here in the United States, because it's a worldwide distribution. It's not only been released in Japan, but also here in the States, and probably in other countries as well. I don't know where, but the first they're releasing in series of 3. It seems like they like to do that a lot. Do it in 3 and see how it goes, and they'll do another series later on, but depends on the popularity, depends on who's going to buy it out. And the first one I've picked up here is, of course, the granddaddy of all, RX-78-2. Unicorn Gundam was released as well as Wing Gundam. But I decided to go with this one because I really do like how it looks. It looks original it looks authentic to the original scale. The only difference is that this is not to scale like our standard high grades and master grades. And these are selling for about $25 each. I picked this up at Gundam Planet. Don't know if other stores will have it, but eventually they will. They'll probably have a display stand, maybe a small display stand. But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see, this first entry. And the proportions look really good. This is not like a standard, statue. We're talking about a fully fledged, posable mobile suit here. Now here we have it in English. Beginning in 1979, Universal Gundam spans over 4 decades with many diverse tales of war in space and on Earth fought with giant robotic weapons called mobile suits. Gundam Universe commemorates the history with 6-inch scale articulation action figure. So this is technically an action figure. You do get, based on the box art, you do get the beam rifle and the shield. I don't think you get the bazooka, and I don't know if you get the beam rifle beam saber as well. And then here, first Gundam from Mobile Suit Gundam, 1979. The RX-72 was piloted by Amuro Ray and was equipped with the armaments such as the twin beam sabers and beam rifle. And then, of course, here you have Wing Gundam and Unicorn. A little code here if you want to scan. And the Warning label here. This is something you do not want to put in your mouth, no matter how big your mouth is. Alright, let's open this up. Sorry, I don't have my knife, my hobby knife nearby. There's an instruction pamphlet here. Keep the packaging. Oh, so it does have beam sabers. Okay, good. Didn't see, it was covered up in the box art. Product made different from illustration. So you do have the beam hilts, which can, and the beam saber, so it's not one part, it's two parts. That's good. You can actually use the beam saber as an effect part for the beam rifle. Then you have two sets of hands, one standard holding hand, one grip hand, and then how to assemble the shield, and it comes with a part for the action base if you want to put it on an action base. Okay. Put that here for now. Ooh, everything falls off. So, already I'm seeing the quality of the plastic. It's strong, very strong plastic. A little tight on certain areas. This doesn't pivot, so this is all one mold. Not the most attractive beam rifle, but it's okay. This actually should have been a little higher up, so it's not completely accurate. We have the beam saber hilts right here, and then the shield. Shield is not bad. Good detail on the inside. Alright. Alright, let's see this. So, upon the feel of this, I feel a very decent weight. It has to feel about a pound or so, close to a pound. So it's nice and it has a good strong base of weight, like a, so it keeps it balanced, and so it's pretty good. Look, you definitely feel some stiffness in certain areas, but it is posable. Arm doesn't go all the way up; it just goes up to there. So it is double jointed, but not completely double jointed. And this can do this. That's fine. This can do that. And that can go up to there. There is a polycap, not a polycap, but like a joint there. I feel like I'm holding a what do you call it? An Assault Kingdom's figure, but bigger and more durable, durable. You definitely feel a rubberness to it. It is very, movable there. I don't think we can go all the way around. How about the skirt armor? Skirt armor can go up a bit, up to there. Side skirts can go up to there. Back skirts does not move. It has the backpack. The thrusters are molded in or glued on. I don't see a way you can turn it. The legs can go forward like that, back like that. Splitty here. I don't think you can do a sitting down or kneeing down type setup. Doesn't seem to work that way. So there's a joint. There's two connections here for the leg, the connection of the foot to the leg, and the ankle armor is rubber, but it has a connector, only one connector to the inside of the section here, where the ankles are. So this is mobile. It's like very free. You know, I can understand for mobility. There we go. This is actually a really nice toy, or action figure, you could say. And the head, of course, can pivot up and down, and then you could actually turn it all the way around. There's a strong rubberness but stiffness to the V-fin. I would not recommend bending it, because that could cause it to break. That's the last thing you want. Alright, so you get two hands. First things first, these hands are like the standard fist hands. So we'll put this to the side. It can be removed easily. Then we have that hand there. Then we might as well put the beam saber here. Beam rifle here. So that goes on nice and even. Let's get the beam saber hilts on this. This is actually a different look to the beam saber hilts. Unlike the standard circle, there is a detail like that on the side, so it's pretty neat to see something like that. So that's unique to this kit. I don't think I remember seeing that on the master grades or high grades. Then we have this part here which connects this. So let's put this down here. And I guess we can squeeze this in here. Can we? Actually, no, we gotta do it this way. The hands are rubbery, so you can actually open that up to squeeze it in there. And then it says notch there. And then you put that right there. There you have it. Let's get a better pose for this. That's actually really nice. Good detail, good articulation. Not the best articulation out there, but it is halfway decent for what it is. It is strong. It is weighty. I am enjoying this, because now if you have, this is a kit that will take some punishment on a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, 7-year-old kid. So even if they don't have all the attachments and you just give them the kit with the hands, they can throw it around and nothing's going to happen or anything like that. Okay, it's $25, but still something like this for a much older child, maybe. Actually, it doesn't say. Did the box say up to how many years old you can give? Can a child play with this? Actually, it does not even say that. Wow, didn't see that there. But I would say no less than 7 years old. A 7-year-old kid should enjoy this and appreciate its overall quality. That's actually really, really nice. I'm deeply impressed with this, and now maybe I'm thinking of getting the other ones. Who knows? I don't know. $25 a pop is a little too much for me, especially I'm not building it, painting it. However, I can imagine that with the level of detail that you see here on the legs, in the arms. Well, the arms has barely nothing. It just has a mold in there, no hidden seam lines or panel lines there. And I don't see no nub marks. Somebody commented there's nub marks in here, and there is nothing. Absolutely no nub marks. Excellent. Alright, so here's an action pose, you could say. of it holding its two beam sabers. The hand here that's for the beam rifle can hold this, so you don't need an extra pair of hands. The only difference is that, you know, this is a toy figure, not something you can actually take to a model show and display. Yet people probably end up doing it just to say, hey, look, this is kind of cool. This goes here. The only difference is it's very has a light pressure to it, so if I tap it, most likely it will come off. Right now it's holding on pretty well, but I had a bit of an issue trying to hold it in together. But regardless of the case, that's it. You do have this, like I said, the little part here that goes under the crotch. If you want to connect an action base of some sort, it's a little hole there. Maybe current action bases with its overall connectors will allow you to support this kit if you want to put it in some unique pose or anything like that, but you have that extra option part. So not that many extra parts around here other than the two extra fits and the beam rifle. And there's no place to store the beam rifle on this figure. So yeah, this is a welcome and interesting surprise by Bandai to release something like this, and hopefully we'll see more of this. We are going to get the Barbatos. We are going to get the I believe the Banshee. You know what? And I'm sorry, I should have checked online, because this thing is coming out all over the place. Gundam Universe. I think I accidentally said Gundam Universal, so I'm sorry if I said that in previous videos. But the Gundam Universe line consists of RX, the Wing. I'm sorry, I'm actually on their page right now. Oh, and we're getting in the next few months, we're going to get the Death Scythe, Gundam Het Death Scythe, the Banshee, and the fourth form of the Barbatos. So that is so far confirmed. Well, I guess right now they're testing the waters and see what everybody says about this. And I'll have to say, I'm impressed, very impressed. It's a good display on any shelf, something to play around with. If you want to give something for your children, this is actually a perfect toy. You don't have to worry about them breaking anything. You may lose parts. Clearly, you're going to lose this and wherever. But as an overall figure, it's sturdy enough to be on its own. But still, it's a good entry, and it's a welcome sight to see now this type of figure in stores here in the States, whether Barnes & Noble or Target or Walmart will have it. And now that with the recent announcement that we're maybe seeing some Toys R Us stores opening up, it'd be nice to see these at those stores as well. Now, since this is a 6-inch figure, and I'm going to make sure it's standing up in its 6-inch mode. Let me just, you see, this whole thing came off like that. It's easy. I want to do a side-by-side comparison with my 1/100 scale RX-78-2 1-year war version. This is not painted, of course. I have to paint that. And I don't have a 1/44 scale Gundam. I do have the kit, I just never built it. So I'll put this as a substitute. This is the local type RX-78-2. I know that the local type is a little shorter to the one, I believe a little shorter than the 1/100 scale high grade. But that's how it would look, I would say. Just visualize it, you could say. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. It is considered, like, let's say, a little slightly high grade. You could say slightly higher high grade. I think I have the new Gundam at that scale. Do I have the Jagan? I do have the high grade Jagan. Let me see if I can. Hold on a second here. So I'm just trying to think of what's taller. No, to tell you the truth, it's still bigger than. It's not. It's okay, bigger than kind of. No, almost the same size. Strange. Interesting. Okay, so Whether you should buy this or not, it's up to you. As collectors, as builders, as fans of Gundam, it is completely up to you if you guys think that this is actually a worth purchase. Honestly, I am happy that I purchased this. I really am. It was not an impulse buy, to say the least, but it was something that I do want to see and review for you guys to make this decision on your own. But in the terms of quality and look to it, it's top notch. And who to say, you could take a couple of Gundam markers and you know, panel line it a bit here and there. Maybe give it a little weathering look to it. But still, it is a nice looking kit. Strong and durable. Something that will, you know, last you a very good long time. So that is my review of the Gundam Universe's RX-78-2 Gundam from Bandai and Tamashii Nation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys get yourself one or two, whatever. Well, like with that, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Gundam models yet to come. You guys all have a great day.